We're back. It looks like we're going to be preparing a salad dressing. So I'm going to start with the Sesame Orange. And these will be for the salads that you've built or will be building here shortly. So we're going to start with the juice of 1 lime. And we have a fancy citrus juicer here, so that makes it a little bit easier. If you squeeze these by hand, that's just as effective. It may take a little bit longer, but accomplishes the same goal. The nice thing about this sauce is it is a very fresh tasting citrusy sauce. So I don't know what other ones we're doing, but oh yeah. So this one will be citrusy. The next one not quite as much. Yes. All right.
What's the next one?
Half an orange.
Easy dressing, kind of a very basic vinaigrette almost.
Yeah.
We'll do the same with this guy. Great. Dump that in there too. And then it looks like we have a 1/4 cup of toasted sesame seeds.
Toasted
Sesame oil. And usually I actually add the oil last to anything that I'm doing. So I'm going to just save that for right now and do a tablespoon of coconut aminos. I find that oil tends to separate flavors from combining, or if there are any ingredients that fall in there, like the ginger that's going to be going in there here in a bit, it sort of coats the ginger. It doesn't allow it to work with the salt that'll be in the coconut aminos, as well as the citric acid that'll be in the citrus, that really helps to draw water and flavor out of that ginger. So 1 tablespoon. Coconut aminos are a great addition to just about any dish, especially if you're trying to dodge soy and soy sauce. And grating the ginger. I'm grating it pretty fine, so I would almost even call this more minced ginger than maybe grated. It's a very fine grater, if you can see that there. The fine graters also are easier to not cut your fingers on. They don't tend to cut like the big ones. So if you can mince, it's probably a safer bet. And there's the ginger. Then we have a teaspoon of maple syrup. And the reason we're doing that is not because there isn't enough sweetness in there, but because the lime is probably going to be a little bit sour yet. So, and I don't even know that we'd need a whole teaspoon, but there we go. That would be to taste. You may be able to get by, if you really like sour, you may be able to get by without any maple syrup added.
Do you ever drink maple syrup straight out of the container?
No. You talk about having a sweet tooth. I don't really have a sweet tooth. I have a salty tooth, so it's more like.
We aren't doing anything else.
I have these if you want to.
Oh yeah. It looks like we're going to, instead of using the fresh garlic clove and the shallot, we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of powder. If I were to do that, I'd probably, for something like this, add, Dr. Marissa grabbed me a 1/4 teaspoon. We'll see how that falls. Yeah, I'd probably go with about a half a teaspoon anyway.
I just
This is
couldn't
the
find a
onion
half
powder.
teaspoon very quickly, so I gave you a.
So these are onion.
Oh, that was onion. Oh.
Yeah. Maybe we could go with some garlic too. I think we had some garlic
I do. Yeah.
left over from our last class at Natural Grocers. Maybe.
Yes.
There we go. Good and garlicky. No crushed red pepper today. We could add crushed red pepper though.
Would you like some?
Oh, I would.
That's sesame oil?
This is toasted sesame oil, and that's that quarter cup that I had held off on.
Yeah.
So I'm actually just grinding up some fresh red pepper here. It says a half a teaspoon. I'd say a half a teaspoon is probably a good amount. This adds a kick to it. So we got that sour and sweet, and then we get a little spicy in there. Probably doesn't get any better than that. And here goes the oil. Actually, I'm going to stir it first. And then we'll go ahead and throw that sesame oil in there. And then you want to mix it up. Obviously, it's not going to stay mixed up. So when you go to serve this, you'll have to stir it again. And then usually grab from the bottom when you go to spoon it up to put it on a salad. Is there anything else anyone wants to say about
And the name of this dressing is what?
This is the Sesame Orange.
Sesame Orange. Such a good dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be called Sesame Ginger Orange, I suppose, with the ginger in there.
Sesame, ginger, garlic, onion, orange.
Orange.
All the things.
Like that.